Hello, good morning. So, am I visible, audible? I think I'm visible at least, if not audible. I'm fine, thank you. How are you? So, just a second. Let me make some notes for my own safety. Thank you. Sun to Saturn. Rahu and Ketu. Direction. Thank you. Professional life. So yeah, I like to make some notes so that I should not forget something while discussing things. Fine. So today we are going to talk about how we can utilize the energy of a debilitated planet positively. Means how we can get something out of it, because the common concept, prevailing concept is that if a planet is debilitated, it is weak, or it is not giving you good results. Okay, which is not altogether wrong. There are some drawbacks. There are some drawbacks with a debilitated planet, but it is not that if a planet is debilitated, then it is not functioning in your chart anymore. You can still utilize that energy in a positive way and get some benefit out of it. First of all, it needs awareness. It needs to first of all acceptance that okay, I have this problematic planet. I need to utilize its energy in a certain way to get some benefit out of it. Okay, and then you should know what is that certain way. Okay, so they are exaltation and debilitation are basically different dignities of planet, right? Exaltation, friendly sign, enemy sign, neutral sign, own house, and all these are different dignities of planets. For exaltation and debilitation, friendship and enmity between the planets doesn't matter. Okay, this is one of the main thing which we need to understand first, that a planet can be exalted in its enemy planet sign also. Okay, and a planet can be debilitated in its friend sign also. Like Moon and Mars are best friends. Okay, still Moon is debilitated in Mars sign, that is Scorpio, and Mars is debilitated in Moon sign, that is Cancer. So friendship and enmity doesn't matter with exaltation and debilitation. What matters is the environment which a planet gets. Okay, uh, a planet is exalted when it is in a sign which provide it the best environment to function. Okay, understand it like this. Planet has certain energy, and it gets exalted in a sign which provides the best environment to let the planet function its energy. Okay, like Mars is a soldier. Okay, Mars is some our actions, effort, soldier, and our willpower, courage. Now all these things can be best when someone is taking legal actions. Okay, if I am taking illegal actions or something wrong, then also I am utilizing my Mars. Then also I am putting some actions, but those are not legal actions. Okay, that's why Mars gets exalted in the sign of Capricorn, which is the sign of law and order. Why it gets exalted in Capricorn is that Mars energy can be best utilized in the environment of Capricorn. In reverse way, Mars is debilitated in Cancer. Mars energy can be worst utilized in the environment of Cancer, which is the environment of emotions. If you are just taking your actions because of your emotions, then most of the time those actions may backfire. Okay, so that is the main thing about exaltation and debilitation. It is not dependent upon the friendship or enmity within the between the planets, but it is largely dependent on the kind of environment a sign provides. Okay, another example can be like Moon. Moon is exalted in Taurus and Moon is debilitated in Scorpio. Moon represents our mind. Taurus is the sign of stability. Okay, it is the sign of stability and security, and we all seek some mental stability. Like our mind wants to be in peaceful state, in a stability, secured environment. That's why Moon is exalted in Taurus. Although Taurus Lord Venus is enemy to Moon, okay, but still Moon is exalted in Taurus. That because the Taurus environment is of stability which Moon seeks, which mind seeks. Moon is debilitated in Scorpio. Scorpio's Lord is Mars, which is best friend of Moon. Still Moon is debilitated in Scorpio. Why? Because Scorpio is the sign of instability, ups and downs, sudden events. Now mind doesn't like those things. Anyone's mind doesn't want to get into situations of sudden events and accidents and all. We are afraid of all those events. That's why Moon is debilitated in Scorpio. Okay, so first thing we need to understand that exaltation and debilitation doesn't depend upon the planet's friendliness or enmity. Okay, planet can even get exalted in enemy sign, enemy planet sign, or planet can even get debilitated in friendly planet sign. Okay, now this the thinking around any planets, any dignity. Okay, if it is in friendly sign, own sign, and exaltation, or even neutral sign, it is said that that planet is good for you. And if it is in enemy sign or debilitation sign, or any other malefic aspect is on conjunction is on planet, then it is said that planet is bad for you. But every planet is working in a particular way. Okay, even the debilitated planet is trying to give you some direction, and if you are ready to take that direction, then even that debilitated planet can give you results. Okay, understand it like this. Every planet is some energy. Okay, and the house and sign it is placed in, that house and sign is trying to direct you, indicate you that if you use that planet's energy in this particular direction, then that planet can give you good result. No matter it is exalted, debilitated, anything, it will give you good results if you are ready to take up the direction, ready to accept the direction of the planet. Okay, so it is like let's take an example. I always say that if you see, the planet is like a plant. Okay, and the house or sign it is sitting in, it is kind of a flower pot. Okay, and the soil within that flower pot is like your nakshatra. Okay, so if you are doing certain actions related with that house or sign or nakshatra, then planet will grow like a plant. Okay, you have to give your energy into that particular direction. Like let's take an example. If Mars is in Virgo, okay, it is in enemy sign. Okay, and it is in fourth house, let's say, where it loses its directional strength also. So it is a troublesome position for someone who has Mars in fourth house in Virgo. It can make someone very aggressive or violent also, but still it is in fourth house, home, real estate, land. It is in Virgo, which is a sign of analysis and details. So, and Mars represents our actions. So, even if in that worst, almost the worst sort of position, it is indicating that if person does something related with real estate or with analysis and details, he can still utilize this Mars energy in his benefit. Okay, so this is the way Mars, any planet in any sign, any house still give you a direction. If you utilize that direction, if you are ready to take that direction and utilize that energy, then that planet can give you good results even in that scenario. Whatever I am going to tell applies more on professional life. Okay, it is not going to apply on your personal life, your relationship matters and all. Those things will still have troubles because it depends upon lot of people. The more people involved in relationship, more charts are involved in relationship, the more trouble it can bring. So this thing about how we can utilize a debilitated planet, this is more applicable in your professional life, not in personal life. Personal life you have to deal. Personal life you have to make adjustment, compromises as much as you can. Okay. Now coming to the exaltation, debilitation of a planet and how we can utilize that energy. First, first we should know where a planet gets debilitated. Sun is debilitated in Libra, Moon is debilitated in Scorpio, Mars is debilitated in Cancer, Mercury is debilitated in Pisces, Jupiter is debilitated in Capricorn, Venus is debilitated in Virgo, Saturn is debilitated in Aries. Fine. Rahu and Ketu, I don't consider them exalted or debilitated anywhere. Okay. Maybe in very initial articles of mine I may have written that it is considered as exalted in Taurus or something like that. But basically this Rahu and Ketu are neither exalted nor debilitated. We will have another session about it, why they are neither exalted nor debilitated. Now if we take the first example, Sun in Libra. Okay, Sun is debilitated. Sun is carrier and your authority. When it is debilitated, it is not that you are not going to get any authority in your life. It is not that you are not going to have any career in your life. It is just that Sun is working in a different way. in a different direction. Libra is sign of business and dealing with other people, masses. So this person will get his best authority and recognition only in business. Okay, Sun is in Libra, authority through business. Simple. It is as simple as this. He will get his best authority in business and dealing with masses and other people, because Sun is also about your authority figures, your bosses, okay, your father also. So when Sun is debilitated, it shows that you will not have good relationship with your authority figures, good relationship with your bosses. So if this person tries to work in a job setup, now if he doesn't understand the indication is that he should be working in business setup. But if he doesn't understand that indication, then he tries to work in a job setup, then he will never get cooperative colleagues or bosses. He will always have ego conflicts with them. So it is better that this person should think about having his own business. Okay, Sun is in Libra. The clear direction is that this person will get authority only through business rather than anything else. If this person, unless there is another support to the Sun, some benefic planet is sitting with it, or your dasha is different, that is another thing. I am not going into it. I am just purely saying that if a planet is debilitated, how it can be utilized in a beneficial way. So Sun in Libra means your career and authority through business. If this person tries to do job and go into working in job setup, then he will never have this benefit of getting his authority. Sooner or later he has to do his own business. He has no other option. Okay. Moon is in Scorpio. Okay, Moon is in Scorpio means Moon is debilitated. Now this person can get mental stability or any peace of mind, stability of mind or balance of mind only in research oriented subject, any kind of research. Normally we relate Scorpio with only occult and mysticism, but Scorpio is basically sign of research. Give this person to research something and his mind will be very stable. His mind will be very balanced. He will have peace of mind whenever he is researching about something. Okay, so to best way to utilize a person who has Moon in Scorpio is to get him into research work. Okay, if you try to get him into some other kind of work, some other kind of education, it may not work. But get him into research, which can be any kind of research. I also saw people with Moon in Scorpio who are very good surgeons. Okay, surgery is another type of research. Okay, Scorpio is sign of surgery. So any kind of research work, they can be very good. Mars is in Cancer. Mars is debilitated in Cancer. Okay, out of all the debilitations, all the planets debilitation, Mars in Cancer and Saturn in Aries, I think they are the toughest debilitation. Okay, because they are a strong malefic planet and then they are weak in your chart. Okay, so Mars in Cancer is something which needs proper guidance and molding from the very beginning. Okay, even in other debilitation also, person when a child is growing up, okay, and he has these debilitated planets, he should be guided properly at that time, and that was the time when his personality is growing, is being made, and he should get proper guidance. Once it is molded, when person gets into 25-30, now you cannot change anything. Now awareness is needed of the same person. Otherwise you cannot guide someone, you cannot teach someone who is at 30 years of age. Okay, so it is very important that if a child has difficult planets, from the very beginning he gets the good guidance. Okay, so now Mars is in Cancer. Mars is your actions and efforts, courage, willpower, and it is in the sign of Cancer, which is the sign of emotions. So this person will take actions because of his emotions. He may get into fights, he may be violent also. Okay, he may take that energy because that energy of Mars is not properly directed in a legal manner, okay, in taking legal actions. So he may take illegal actions also. So it is very important that this energy, this child should be guided properly from the very beginning, and that energy of Mars in Cancer can be utilized in sports. Get him into sports as quickly as possible, because Mars is your aggression and energy, and if that person exhausts that child exhausts that energy in sports, then it is very rare, very minimum chances that he will exert that energy in illegal means or illegal actions. Okay, if you exhaust that energy in sports, gym, or any kind of physical activity, any kind of athleticism, get him into that. That's where Mars in Cancer can become a beneficial position, can give some benefit to you. Person can become a sports person, athletic, or something like that. Okay, bodybuilder. Okay, so even if he goes into that direction, even that is better than having a criminal. Okay, so it is very important that you should direct that energy in some positive actions with Mars. Okay, Mercury in Pisces. I among all the debilitation, Mercury in Pisces is something which I am least concerned about. Okay, because Mercury is a gentle benefic planet, plus it is in the sign of Pisces, which is the sign of imagination and creativity. Okay, spirituality. So Mercury in Pisces actually brings the best in writing. Someone who can write very well. Okay, it can give you troubles related with the health issues of Mercury, which is skin, speech, and nervous system disorders. It can give you troubles with your siblings because Mercury is in Pisces. It is debilitated, but when it comes to creative pursuits, this Mercury can be very good, very beneficial, because understand it like this: Mercury is communication and Pisces is the sign of imagination. So they can reduce their imagination into writing or their speaking. They can imagine something and they can write about that thing. They can imagine something and they can speak about that thing. So it is very good for authors basically. Some of the best selling authors have Mercury debilitated. Okay, it is because they can write what they are imagining. Okay, they have words for it. So best use of Mercury in Pisces is in some creative field, some imaginative field, or in spirituality or in writing. Okay, utilize that Mercury in Pisces in these fields and you will get benefit out of it. Okay, then after Mercury, Jupiter is debilitated in Capricorn. Okay, it is exalted in Cancer, it is debilitated in Capricorn. So Capricorn is the sign of law and order plus structure. Okay, so and Jupiter is also a planet which is very closely related with guiding people, counseling people, and law. So a legal field is one of the common field for Jupiter in Capricorn person. If he wants to get into legal field, then that Jupiter in Capricorn can give best results. plus they need to learn how to structure their life. Okay. Because it is the sign of structure, it is the sign of having everything systematic in our life. So if they learn about following a systematic approach towards life, this Jupiter in Capricorn can be very good. Okay. But otherwise means they should have some structure for their life. Okay. It will take some time to get into that level, but you can begin at any time. uh, Even you are a teacher or a counselor, you should have your own rules and regulations, that okay, fine, I need to reach my school or college by this time, I need to finish my lecture by this time, I need to get back to home by this time, then my students will come for tuitions at this time. We need to follow it in a very systematic order. A person should be very what should say, very uh, law abiding by himself. Whatever he rules he makes for himself, he should be abiding with that, and then only this Jupiter in Capricorn can give good results. Okay. One has to be very serious in his approach towards education, knowledge and all. Then only he can excel in this field with this Jupiter in Capricorn. Otherwise there can be trouble. Okay. So the biggest challenge for Jupiter in Capricorn is person is to get into a very systematic approach. Okay. That's where it can give the benefits. If we say Venus is debilitated in Virgo. Okay. Then Venus is planet of relationship. Virgo is the sign of perfection. So they suffer in relationship because they seek perfection in relationship. Okay. They need to realize that no one is perfect. Even they have many drawbacks and many things to improve. At the same time, Venus in Virgo gives the best result in career when they are in financial side of business. Any financial side of work, either business or job. Venus in Virgo is most commonly seen for chartered accountants, someone who is working in stock market, share market, or someone who is working in this any kind of financial type of business. Okay. So Venus in Virgo can give you best result there. Even if it is debilitated, it is at its weakest dignity, but if you utilize this Venus in Virgo in financial nature of work, then you will get the best result, because Virgo is the sign of analysis and details. Venus is wealth. So any work where you have to analyze and go into the details of finances and wealth, that work can give you best result. In relationship matters, they need to learn a lot, Venus in Virgo people. Then comes the Saturn in Aries. Saturn in Aries can be very difficult, especially for the house it is sitting in. Okay. It is almost no result from that house. Almost no result. Okay. So it is like Saturn in Aries in 5th house. Love, romance matters can be very difficult for this person. Saturn in Aries in 7th house, relationship can be very difficult with this person. But again, he can get benefits from non-living significances of that house. Means 5th house is creativity. So this person can still pursue his creative interest. 7th house is business, can still make some benefits out of business, but through Saturn nature he has to put the best effort over the longest period of time to get some benefit. main thing is that Saturn itself is troublesome. Why this is one of the most difficult debilitation is that Saturn is itself is troublesome. Saturn itself gives the results after say 35 years of age. 35 of between 35 to 40 it starts giving you some benefits, okay, and then it is debilitated also. So anyways it is not a positive planet, and it is in the weakest dignity. So that makes it more troublesome, and that makes Saturn in Aries more troublesome. But where it can bring good result, first of all it makes person very hard working, because they never get any result in their life without hard work. They have to put the best effort, then only they can get result. Plus Saturn and Mars, because Aries is ruled by Mars, Saturn and Mars combination are always very good for technical side of work, okay. They have to get into technical side of work. Or if Saturn is in Ashwini or Bharani nakshatra in Aries, it can give career in medical field also, okay. So in these two fields, this Saturn in Aries can still give you good results, even if it is debilitated, okay. But again the good results will come through the nature of Saturn: delay, hard work and perseverance. You have to put the best effort over the longest period of time, then only you can expect some results. So like this, every planet in its debilitation can give you good results if you are willing to put your actions in that direction which that sign or house is indicating. If you put your actions in that direction, you can get the best result out of it, okay. So this is what I mean to say through this session. It is not that if you have a debilitated sun or debilitated moon, your whole life is doomed. It is not like that. You can still utilize that planet's energy in the direction of that house or the sign, and can get benefit of her. With moon, meditation is always the most important support we can get. If person regularly meditates, then moon in a Scorpio or moon in any kind of difficult position is not that difficult. You can still get benefit out of it, okay. So this is what I was trying to tell. Let's see if there is any question. Saturn is exalted in 26 degree Libra in 10th house, conjunct Sun, Ketu, and conjunct Sun. Ketu in Scorpio in 11th house. Fine. Is Saturn is still conjunct these other two planets, even though they are in separate houses in D1 chart? Yeah, it is called Sandhi conjunction, okay. So although they are in different signs, Saturn is in Libra and Sun and Ketu are in Scorpio, they are still within 10 degrees, right? So it is a very close conjunction. This conjunction will work. It is Saturn Sun Ketu conjunction, okay. Is Saturn is still combust? Yeah, we can say it is combust, but Saturn also has impact on Sun. It is not that only Sun is going to combust Saturn. Saturn Sun combination is always troublesome, okay. And what would be the effects if Saturn is combust? Effects are that person will have some major lifelong problems with authority figures, because Saturn is anyways it is in 10th house of authority, is working under others authority, plus it is with Sun is also with Ketu. So anyways, your relationship, this person's relationship with authority figures and his bosses, maybe father also, can be very troublesome, okay. best way is to get into your own business. Okay. Saturn in Libra. Now this is the thing. This is what I was trying to say, that even when Saturn is in Libra, it is exalted, but still Saturn's nature is of fear, hard work, delay, and perseverance. So it will give lots of fear to this person to start his business, but sooner or later he will have to start it. Okay. Good morning. Mercury in Pisces in ninth house, being the third and 12th lord, how that will impact the native. This person would be very much interested in higher learning, ninth house related things, higher learning, knowledge, guidance, teaching, counseling people. He can get into that thing. Then he can be like very much interested in communicating about spiritual matters, or he can be very creative. This Mercury can give best results in creative pursuits. Okay. If he is trying to get into job setup and all, then this Mercury may not be able to help you. But Pisces is the sign of creativity, imagination, spirituality. All these things can be very helpful for this Mercury to develop. I have moon in Scorpio, Anuradha, and adult research. It keeps my mind from idle boredom. Yes, it is. It is something you should always do. Moon in Scorpio. Then it is in Anuradha Nakshatra. Just to add a few more things for you. Anuradha is. We can split this word into two parts. Anu plus Radha. Anu means following. Radha means desire. Following your desire. So, if you follow your heart's desire, whatever you want to do in your life, if you follow your heart's desire, then your mind will be at peace. Then your mind will be at some balance or stability. Jupiter in Cancer in first house, Cancer ascendant, Sun in Aries in 10th house. How that will impact the native? Again, it depends upon what area of life you are asking. In relationship matters, there will be difficulty for any person. Cancer ascendant, Saturn ruling the 7th and 8th, there will be difficulties. Okay. Now, this is Jupiter in Cancer in first house. Health wise, this person needs to be careful about gaining lot of weight, fat. Okay, so he should try his best not to get into that. Plus, Jupiter in first house or Jupiter in 10th house is a natural teacher, the natural guide or guru to others. So this person should be working in knowledge oriented field where he can share his knowledge with others. That's where he will have the best prosperity in his life. Then Sun in Aries in 10th house, although it is exalted, it only means exalted ego. The Sun is ego and it is in the highest dignity in the 10th house. This person may have lots of difficulty in working under others, where others are ordering him. Okay, so they are authoritative towards him. So he should try to make his own business, or to get best result in job setup, he has to wait till he gets into authoritative position. Okay, till then he needs to have patience. Mars Ketu in third house for Taurus ascendant. It is a difficult position, as I said. Mars in Cancer is one of the most difficult debilitation. This person can utilize this conjunction in physical activities, sports, gym, any physical activity which exhausts him. Okay, which exerts his energy. That should be the way Yeah, otherwise it is a very difficult position. Mars Ketu in Cancer in third house. I hope that there are other benefic aspects and other benefic planets are there and which are supporting this Mars. But otherwise, like in traveling also, this position can bring some accidents or sudden events in their dasha and transits. Not always, so person should be careful about it. He can be very aggressive with his speech, he or she, whomsoever it is. So they can be very aggressive with their speech and get into lots of fights and disputes. So they need to take care of it. Meditation can help. Jupiter is in 11th house in Capricorn and Vakriya is aspected by Venus. Is it a sign of trouble or something different? It is not trouble. Jupiter in Capricorn means it is your first and 10th lord. So it again shows that one should have his own entrepreneurship. 11th house is the house of serving humanity and entrepreneurship. Jupiter is knowledge, so one should serve people with his own knowledge based business. As 10th lord is debilitated, it shows problematic relationship with authority figures, so they will have some issues, okay, with authority figures and all. So they should see how they can start their own business, maybe in a knowledge and guidance and counseling related field. Mars, Mercury and Sun in 6th house in Leo. Is there any kind of health or mental issues due to this? Sun, Mars, Mercury in 6th house. Sun, Mars, Mercury normally brings a counselor of any kind, mainly legal counselor, a lawyer. Okay, then it is in 6th house Leo, then it can definitely bring a law in their career choices if they are interested in. Mental issues or health issues can be there if Mercury is between Sun and Mars. Okay, then Mercury will be in like Pap Kartari Yoga. Okay, at that time they can have this issue because Mercury represents or it is very close to Mars. So because Mercury represents nervous system related problems, the close conjunction with Mars or sitting in between Sun and Mars can bring nervous system related issues. Mars in 9th house in Cancer sign, they can have real troublesome problems with the teachers, guides. Okay, so anyone who wants to teach them, they can have problematic situations there. They can have their own approach of dealing with higher education, learning and all. Plus it can also lead to legal troubles because Mars is ruling the 6th house, and 9th house is also house of law. So they can get into litigation, especially when they travel to far distant lands. Some conflict, some dispute can come up when they are traveling. Okay. For higher education, it is a troublesome position. Person will have to work really hard to get his higher education completed. And as I said, it can give troublesome relationship with teachers or gurus. They can have this dominating approach that what I understand or what I know about higher learning and higher knowledge is correct rather than someone teaching me. Okay, Sun Venus combustion combination in 10th house in Libra sign. What can be the issues? So, first of all, if Sun and Venus are very close to each other, it can bring some relationship conflicts, ego clashes in relationship. Even if they are further away, then also Sun in Libra can bring ego in relationship. Understand this, that Libra is sign of relationship, Sun is ego. So when Sun is in Libra, that's why Sun gets debilitated in Libra, that you have to compromise with your ego, because you cannot have ego and relationship together. Okay, so either you can keep your ego or you can keep your relationship. It is your choice what you want to keep. So when Sun is in Libra, it can bring lots of ego clashes in relationship. Now for this person, it is in the 10th house. They can have some problems, ego conflicts with their authority figures, job setup, with their bosses, colleagues at workplace. He can have some major issues with them. Venus is there, which is providing some support through Neech Bhang Raj Yoga. So if Dasha is supportive of job based business, job based work, then a person can still sustain that job. Sustain, I am not saying enjoying, so just sustain. Okay, just moving forward with it. Okay, but sooner or later they may have to get into their own business. Second, Sun with Venus can indicate a business in creative field or financial field. It depends on the overall chart which field they will go, but these two are normal indications with Sun Venus in Libra. In certain cases they can also become relationship counselors or something like that. Jupiter and Venus in 4th house Capricorn for Libra ascendant. Right, so Jupiter Venus together are in 4th house, where Jupiter Venus both are teachers. Okay, understand it like this, they both are teachers. Jupiter is Brahaspati, Venus is Shukracharya. So when they both are in 4th house of home, private office, so this person should work from home, from his private office, to get to teach someone, to teach people. Then only they can utilize this Venus in a proper way. Saturn in Anuradha, should I follow my heart desire? Or it means Saturn will give obstacle in following my heart desire, or I should avoid follow my heart. There will be delay and hard work in first realizing what is your heart desire. Okay, then when you realize, then Saturn will make you work hard on that. Then when you realize, then you need to work hard and then you need to follow. Okay, so Saturn, wherever Saturn is, results will be as per the nature of Saturn. Saturn is delay, hard work and perseverance. So first of all, there will be delay for majority of your 30-35 years of life. You may not be even realizing what is your heart's desire. Then what you really want to follow in this life. Then whenever you realize it, you need to work really hard. You need to work with perseverance, and then you can expect results from Saturn. Saturn Ketu in 8th house in Libra. Okay, because 8th house related to sex research, is there any problem related to this? Which way you are asking, about sex or research? In research work, it will help the person. It can bring lot of focus, and a person will be willing to work really hard for research oriented work. In sexual matters, it can give you lots of it can give this person lots of troubles. Means there can be like utter dissatisfaction from sexual relations. Okay, it can limit this person's sexual relations. Jupiter in Capricorn in 8th house with Saturn aspecting it from 6th house. 8th house, Capricorn in 8th house means he's this Gemini ascendant. and with Saturn aspecting it from 6th house. So it is your it is this person's 7th and the 10th lord. So first of all, again Jupiter is linking the career with business, because it rules the 10th house, it rules the 7th house. So career is getting linked with business, dealing with people, interacting with people through your knowledge and education. Then Jupiter is debilitated in Capricorn in 8th house. So it means that this person will realize it with delay, with certain delay, that he needs to follow this education based business path. And Saturn's aspect will again delay the matter, and Saturn will put the hard work factor, that you only success will only come through hard work, delay and perseverance. Okay, whenever Saturn is involved, this is common for any chart, any house, any planet, anyone in the world. If Saturn is involved in any house and is aspecting any house or any planet, results related with that house or that planet or that nakshatra will only come through delay, hard work and perseverance. You can expect result only after 35. Moon conjunct with Mercury in 7th house is Scorpio for Taurus ascendant. It is very good position for research oriented work. As I said, Moon in Scorpio with Mercury. Mercury is collection of information. So this person can be very curious, and he will research a lot in any research oriented subject. Okay, great. I was quick today in replying. Any further question? Next week we may see why Rahu and Ketu are not neither exalted nor debilitated. Any further question before we close? Can Venus as 12th Lord debilitated cause trouble in foreign lands? 12th Lord debilitated. So it can give financial loss. I won't say that it can give troubles with law and all, but it can bring some financial loss in the foreign lands. That person is going to foreign lands and he is suffering some financial issues, especially in matters of especially like for this Scorpio ascendant. Okay. Because if Venus is debilitated, then it is ruling the 12th house and debilitated in 11th house of income and gains. Venus itself represents this wealth and finance. So they can have some financial losses in foreign lands. They can have losses due to some relationship also in foreign lands. Okay. That they got into some relationship and that person was not truthful to his word, and they spent a lot on that person and all. They gave some money and that money never returned, something like that. Jupiter in 8th house, what effect on marriage? With same position with 7th Lord in 8th house, if you are asking about the same position, then it can bring dissatisfaction in marriage. 7th Lord in 8th house and it is debilitated. Okay. Otherwise, for other ascendant and other placement, dignity matters. If Jupiter is in Cancer in 8th house, then it can bring some good results also in relationship. But 8th house Capricorn, it is dissatisfaction in marriage. Okay. Person feels that he didn't get the desired results. Very well explained. Thank you. Very nice session. Jupiter in Capricorn. Yes. So it is kind of dissatisfaction in marriage, and as I understand, Saturn is also aspecting eighth house. Okay. What happens when Saturn is in sixth house? It aspects eighth and 12th both. So uh, they bring dissatisfaction in relationship, in personal relationship, in physical relationship, all. Okay. Thank you. You're welcome. Take care. All the best. Hello, madam. How are you? You are late today. Okay, so I think we are done. Enjoy your Sunday. Take care. Bye.